I'm sitting at a boot camp, workshop with my wife. It's a direct selling workshop for a company called Juice Plus. And I'm there to hear a guy talk about how he activates things in people. And he's a former Vietnam veteran. And he was in the War Dog division of the Vietnam War. And the War Dog division of the Vietnam War was a division that actually went out ahead of the infantry to make sure that there were no bombs or booby traps or ambushes. Imagine you waking up every morning in a jungle with just you, and he had an animal, and the animal was a dog. Imagine you, any day you think you got it tough, any day you think your job is hard, any day you think this is rough. Imagine waking up in the middle of a jungle with just you and an animal, and that's it. Hoping that you didn't die that day. Hoping that you don't step on a bomb. Hoping that you don't step into an ambush. Imagine the psychology of you telling yourself every day, I'm not dying today, man. And he kept talking about this dog having a prey drive. The dog had a prey drive. And I'm sitting there thinking, prey drive? Prey drive. What is this prey drive? And I begin to look at this, and here's what I begin to find out. I begin to think about this. I'm pointing this somewhere back there. I don't know if it's working, but I'm pointing. Is it on? Okay, I hope it's on. Point toward the screen. Nope, they told me to point it back there. Okay, point it. What about just point it at you? Can you figure it out? Okay, it's a good thing I'm writing this book and I know what I'm talking about. Fair enough? Now, here's the deal. He kept talking about the dog having prey drive. So here's what I do. I look at the definition of prey drive in the dictionary. Here's what it says. An animal's ability to stalk, capture, and kill prey. Does that sound like a good salesperson? Yes or no? Where's Albert at? Albert, you back there? I think I saw you come in.
Right here.
Where you at, big guy? Hey, let me ask you a question. Does that sound like a good salesperson?
Right here.
Where's he at? There you go. Does that sound like a good salesperson you'd like to have? Ability to stalk, capture, kill prey.
Sounds perfect.
Because here's the deal. Albert's a stone cold killing machine. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, guys, and I'm thinking, and I'm thinking, and I'm thinking, and I tell my wife, here's the revelation I had. Humans have a prey drive, but it has not been activated. It is latent. It is undeveloped. It has gone dormant. It is dead. Humans have a prey drive. And then I tell my wife, this is what I've been doing since I was 15 years old, is I have been activating this drive in people. First as a women's basketball coach, and now in people all over the world, some of the top people in the world, activating that drive. How many of you believe that you have another gear that you haven't found yet? Raise your hand. So I want to put these into categories. So prey drive, here's my definition of prey drive. Prey drive is an instinctual ability to see something with the eyes or in the mind. So I can see it optically. I can see it. I see it. I'm stalking it. I can see something with my eyes or in the mind, and I have the persistence and the intensity to pursue it. Everybody see that? How many of you see something in your mind, but you don't have the persistence and intensity to pursue it? See, I see it. You go there in the mind before you go there in the body. All things are created twice, first mentally, then physically. I see it in the mind before I go there. So let me ask a question. How many of you believe in your own future? Raise your hand if you believe in your future. I've never had a person around the country tell me they didn't believe in their future. Well, here's a question that seems like a trick question, but it's not. Where does your future live? See, a lot of people tell me it lives in here. No, it actually lives in your imagination. I can't see your future. The only person who can see your future is who? You. You can blame your wife. You can blame your kids. You can blame your parents. You can blame whoever you want for not manifesting that future, but the only person who can see that future is you. You go there in the mind before you go there in the body. All things are created twice, first mentally, then physically. I had to see myself as a championship coach before I became a championship coach. Everybody see that? Now, I want to put prey drive in a category. 3 categories, and I want you thinking where you fall off the wagon. Number 1, the prey drive has to be activated. And I'm going to show you how to activate it every single day. Number 2, There must be a persistence to the prey drive. And I want you to write this down. Long obedience in the same direction. 10 years. Long obedience. Why do they say people have a breakthrough at 10 years? 10,000 hours of practice. But here's what they don't tell you. When Gladwell wrote that book and said people have a breakthrough at 10,000 hours, here's what he found. And this is what people don't talk about. You can do something for 10 years and still suck at it. Yes or no? How many of you have been playing golf for 10 years but you still suck at golf? You know why? Because what they don't tell you, it's not 10 years of practice doing something. It's 10 years with the coach, with correction. It is not just 10 years of doing something. This is why people don't have breakthroughs. 10 years with the coach, with correction, with feedback, right? So persistence is long obedience in the same direction. If I say you need to be prospecting every day you need to prospect. Every day you need to go 7 to 15 touches in your follow-up. Every day you need to try to engage with your current client base. Every day you need to be planning something in the future. Every day. How many people do it some days, but they don't do it what? Every day. I was doing an event a few weeks ago with Dana Cavalier, and he was the performance coach of the New York Yankees when they won a World Series. And I said, did A-Rod miss practice? Did Jeter miss practice? Nope. They're there every day. At the same time, every day, within just a few minutes of each other. I said, who missed practice? He said, all the amateurs. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Amateurs listen to their feelings. Professionals do not listen to their feelings. Amateurs listen to their feelings. Persistence is I show up every day when I don't feel like it. I fight through every day. You think Journey wants to sing Don't Stop Believing again? But that's what you pay to go see when you go see them, right or wrong. The great people show up every single day and they work the muscles. So the second piece of prey drive is persistence. Third piece of prey drive is intensity. And this is really where people fall off the wagon. Intensity is I see it and I pursue it. Many years ago I wrote a book called Zebras and Cheetahs. And I studied cheetahs to write that book. And here's what I figured out. Cheetahs have a closing ratio of 60%. When a cheetah wakes up in the morning, it stalks it, it pursues it, it kills it. Right? And if it doesn't kill its prey in a concentrated period of time, it actually has to calm its own self down, or it will actually kill its own self by how hard the cheetah attacks the prey. So if it doesn't kill the prey in a concentrated period with an intensity, the cheetah actually has to back up. That's why you see a cheetah go and sit under, right? And go sit under a tree because it's calming itself down. Now, very seldom do I see people that I say, man, you better slow down, you're going to kill yourself. Most of the time, what are we telling people? You don't have an intensity. You don't pursue with an intensity. You move at a moderate pace. You need to push harder. You need to create more action. You need to take more steps. So I want you to take a second right now, and I want you to tell the person beside you, out of the 3 areas of prey drive, activation, persistence, and intensity, where do you fall off the wagon when it comes to your instinct to see something and pursue it? Where do you personally think you need the most help? Take a minute right now and tell that person beside you. There we go. I got to wake some folks up. Is it okay if I walk out here? Yes. I don't want to scare anybody. Now, when you're thinking about where you fall off the wagon, right? Activation, prey drive has to be activated. How often does it have to be activated? Every day. I'm going to show you the formula I use to activate my drive by 8 a.m. every morning. In the body, in the mind, in the heart, and in the spirit. All 4 parts of my nature. Right? I woke up one morning, I said, man, I don't feel like doing this today. I told my wife, right? Man, I just don't feel like motivating these people. Man, I can't believe I got to motivate these people. My wife rolled over at 5:30 in the morning and she said, then watch one of your videos. I'm like, all right, I see how this is going to be. Now, here's the good news. I did watch one of my videos, and guess what happened? I motivated my damn self. Because when I'm doing videos, I ain't doing them for you. Guess who I'm doing them for? Myself. Me. I do a video every single morning. I never feel like it. Amateurs listen to what? Their feelings. Professionals do not listen to their feelings. Every morning I do a video. I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for you. I'm telling my brain this is what's about to happen. I'm kickstarting my prey drive to get going every single day. So let's just have a show of hands. Let's look at the 3 areas. And Jefferson's one of my clients up here in a high level with me called the Tycoon Package. And so he travels around the world with me, and we do masterminds and all that kind of cool stuff. When you're thinking about where your people fall off the wagon, Jefferson, where is it? Is it activation? Is it persistence? Is it intensity?
I think it's probably a little bit of the persistence and intensity.
So when you think about activation, very few people say activation. Now let me ask you a question. Most people say persistence or intensity. The greatest suppressor of your prey drive, as I'm writing this book, this is the 17th book I've written, folks. As I'm reading stuff and I'm studying all the big time people, what activated Steve Jobs' prey drive? What activated Elon Musk's prey drive? What activates Brad Lee's prey drive? What activates the top people's prey drive? Something. Almost every time it was exposure to something. Elon Musk read comic books. And in the comic books, there's always a superhero that tries to save the world. Everybody see that? So when you're thinking about your prey drive, what I want you thinking is your prey drive can be activated by watching something. Your prey drive can be activated by listening to something. Your prey drive can be activated by watching a video in the morning. So most people don't fall off there. Now the question becomes, why do we fall off the wagon when you're thinking about this?